Welcome back to 3 Shoe 1. Make sure to subscribe, click the notification bell, and smash that like button. Now let's get into the video. Today we're taking a look at the Jordan 4 Retro in the Red Thunder colorway. Starting off with the box, we can see on the top there's a red Jumpman logo with the word Flight below in white, and it's all on top of a black background. Around the sides of the box, we can see a black spotted bar with a gray background that is seen on every side of the box. On one of the sides, we can see there's the standard size tag with some information about the shoe. These released on January 15, 2022 for retail price of $190. Before we get into the shoe, let us know down in the comments below if you prefer the OG Bred Jordan 4s or this colorway. Now let's get into the shoe. Getting to the shoe, we can see the colorway of the shoe is very similar to the original Air Jordan 4 Thunders in yellow, but something about the yellow version of the shoe just looks aesthetically better in my opinion. Starting off with the upper of the shoe, we can see that on the upper there is the nice black suede nubuck, but the nubuck they use on this shoe is actually not a real nubuck. Nubuck is a higher, more expensive form of suede, but if you feel the material, it doesn't really feel too bad. Now, moving near the laces, we can see two red plastic lace holders. In between the plastic lace holders, we can see the standard black cage seen on all Jordan 4s, and behind that there's a crimson red colored fabric mesh. The red color on the shoe makes it seem kind of like a grade school version of the shoe, and not really that standard adult size coloring. Now, moving on to the bottom of the side of the shoe, we can see some of that black rubber coming from the bottom of the shoe mixed in with two patches of that red rubber. And finally, towards the back, we can see there's an air bubble on the shoe, surrounded by that red rubber. Moving on to the front of the shoe, we can see more of that black suede material with matching flat black laces. Below the laces is another black cage with red mesh behind it, as seen on both sides of the shoe. On the black eye stays, they actually have red edges, which hasn't really been done before on any pair of Jordan 4s, but it does add a nice pop of color. Moving to the top of the tongue, there is more of that black nubuck material. Towards the center of the tongue, we can see a black Jumpman patch with a white Jumpman logo and the word Flight in red below. Moving on to the back of the shoe, we can see a white Jumpman logo in the center of the back, surrounded with a patch of black plastic and a pull tab on top. Below the logo, we can see a patch of black suede in the midsole below with a bar of crimson red and some of that black rubber below. Moving on to the inside of the shoe, we can see a black sock liner, and the inside of the tongue is colored in an almost red color, but it's more towards a pinkish color. On the insole of the shoe, it comes in a black color and has a white Jumpman logo towards the heel. Finally, we can take a look at the bottom of the shoe and see the black rubber outsole with a white Jumpman logo towards the middle, and towards the toe, there is an oddly shaped crimson red patch going along with the rest of the shoe. Stay tuned later in this video for reselling information and where I think this shoe is going in the future. Now let's take a look at the resale for the Jordan 4 Retro in the Red Thunder colorway. First, we're going to take a look at how the Jordan 4 Red Thunder resale has been doing, and then I will compare the shoe to two different colorways of the Jordan 4 in the Lightning colorway and the Jordan 4 in the White Oreo colorway. Taking a look at the Jordan 4 Retro in the Red Thunder colorway, which just dropped on the 15th of January, we can see that there are a bunch of sales starting all the way towards the end of September, ranging from around $400 to $600. After the beginning of January, they dropped to $300, but recently took a slight increase to $340. It's hard to predict where these shoes will go in the future, so we'll take a look at some other shoes to help us predict where these are headed. Taking a look at the Jordan 4 Lightning, which dropped in August of 2021, we can see that prior to release, prices ranged from around $500, but then dropped to $310. Ever since they released, they slowly fell to around $250, but are now climbing back up to $300. These had a very hyped up release, and it's unfortunate that they don't have too much value. Taking a look at the Jordan 4 and the White Oreo colorway, which dropped last July of 2021, we can see that after release until about the beginning of September, they climbed from $300 to $400. From there on, prices declined a little, but are making a huge increase all the way up to $500. This shoe shows that really any shoe has the potential to be a money shoe, especially a shoe that is majority white or black. Jordan 4s in general don't really have too much resale value, unless they are a popular color like the UNC colorway, or a collaboration with a well-known brand like Travis Scott, Union, or Off-White. This colorway follows the popular Bred or Black-Red colorway, which tends to do pretty well on most Nike and Yeezy shoes. With that being said, I recommend getting your hands on a pair of these because as we saw with the White Oreo colorway, that solid white or solid black colorway can have a big increase if you have the patience to wait a couple of months.